Hi, good morning everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. Please go ahead and make sure you guys share this and tag your friends so we can make sure everybody gets here. This is Philmo Bobcat. I don't know if you can see him blending in. Just finished breakfast. He's still licking his chomps. So once you guys have shared, and it looks like we've got quite a few viewers and commenters, I will give an update on Summer Bobcat, because I'm only gonna say it once. Here's Mr. Shiloh as well. You always know when the cats just finish eating because they are grooming. I still can't zoom on this phone, so I apologize. What we see is what we get for right now. I still don't know if it's an iPhone issue or a Facebook issue, but what I think I'm gonna have to do is do a quick test live while filming with another camera to show exactly what happens when I touch my screen during a live. And then we'll have to determine if that's Facebook or iPhone. So thank you guys for sharing, and thank you guys very much for helping each other out in the comments. I'm not going to be watching a lot of the comments today, but I am going to try to walk around and show you a lot of our smaller cats. So again, this is Shiloh Bobcat, and we've got Mr. Philmo over here, both doing the exact same thing, grooming after breakfast. All right, well, it looks like we've got a little over 200 people watching, so that ought to be enough for you guys to spread the word. So I'm gonna do a little update about Summer Bobcat. Little recap is that last Wednesday, so exactly a week ago, a approximately 2.5 week old female bobcat kitten was brought to us, and she was extremely weak, lethargic, immobile. She wasn't able to stand or move around or walk. And she made some pretty good progress for the first few days. She was eating pretty well. We started her on some antiviral medications out of precaution for the way that she was acting. And then all of a sudden, 3 days had gone by and she had not had a bowel movement. So we gave her 2 doses of lactulose, and that seemed to loosen her up, and she finally started going potty. But unfortunately, Monday night and all day yesterday, she has been having quite a bit of diarrhea. She absolutely does not want to eat. Unfortunately, she is losing some weight and is kind of back to being super weak and lethargic. So Jamie is going to the Humane Society this morning for some anti-diarrheal medications. We have since stopped all other medications with her. She's not on the antivirals anymore. She's also not on the dewormers that we had started. We're just trying to keep her stable and hoping that her appetite will come back. So unfortunately, it's not as good of news as I would have liked to have given. I'm holding a lot of this in to myself because I was really hoping that Jamie'd come back to a thriving little baby bobcat, but all along the way, she's had at least one thing to overcome. Originally, it was her being able to move at all, and then once she started moving, it was her being able to poop at all. Now she's the opposite. She's nonstop pooping and she's not eating. So she's in full-time care with Jamie. Jamie did take her home last night and has her this morning. So please, if you've ever sent good vibes and prayers for Summer, now is the time. We're definitely back in critical condition. She's been getting sub-Q fluids twice a day. We've been doing Pedialyte mixed with formula, also mixed with livers. Unfortunately though, yesterday she did vomit that up twice. So that is when we ceased all other medications to see if that will help with her nausea. So that is my update on Summer. Fingers and all toes and all paws crossed, please. I'm quite fragile about it, so that is why I am done talking about it, and we're just gonna have a nice little walkabout, right? And then we will try to keep you guys updated as we know more, but we're taking it moment by moment. Look at that handsome boy. This is Mr. Shiloh. Tomorrow is International Tiger Day, so my goal tomorrow morning, weather permitting, is that we can do a live, and I'm going to try to showcase every single tiger that lives here at Big Cat Rescue. And for just a few minutes till I regroup, I'm not going to be watching the comments. But thank you all very much for being here. Let's see if we can get a good view of Philmo. He disappeared somewhere. Not in his tree. And we're going to go over to Frankie. Then I'm going to try to go into the center area with like Loki and Tut and work our way around in there. Well, he has retreated to his den. Hi, Philmo. Can you come say hi? I can't zoom in to show you in there. Oh, he's gonna go out the other side. Yep, Mr. Sassy Pants going that way. Philmo is like, no thanks. Not gonna entertain your people for you today. Let's go see Mr. Frankie. At least we got some very cute shots of Shiloh. Shiloh has quickly become one of my favorites. He is a doll. He makes the cutest little noises. He's very playful. He loves treats. So as far as the rest of the rehab program, because you know right now we have 6. Pia and Venkman, no changes. Everything's going well. They're outside. Hi, Frankie. Birdie is also outside. She's doing well. Nothing to report. And Kahira, who came in also about a week ago with we think a sting or a bite to her eye. It's almost completely back to normal, but it is still a little odd looking. So she's also still on medications through July 31st. So we're not probably putting her back out prior to that, just because it would be really hard to medicate her in the same enclosure with Birdie outside compared to doing it in the room. So unfortunately for all of us and Hurricane Kahira, we probably will keep her inside a little bit longer, but I don't know, that could change. Hi, cutie pie. I don't want that. This is Frankie, so another Bobcat. We've seen 3 Bobcats so far: Shiloh, Philmo, and Frankie. Try to give you guys a variety of species today, since tomorrow will be all about tigers. Did you just huff at me? What are you huffing about? My goodness. I have a feeling that Frankie and Philmo kind of hang out sometimes. Philmo does come to this back section a lot, and it's pretty darn cute to see them kind of hanging. Oh, I guess we're gonna chill for a minute. tail never stops moving. Thank you very much if there's been any donations. I really do appreciate that. I hope someday soon we will get that fixed and I'll be able to name you personally. But I know that our commenters and moderators certainly try to do that, so we really appreciate that. With us being a nonprofit and still closed to the public, we're losing millions of dollars not giving our guided educational tours, but we're doing it for the safety of our cats. With COVID cases back on the rise, vaccines available for humans, but not quite fully tested and used on animals yet. Also, you guys heard Carol mention on Sunday, we're also hesitant to vaccinate the cats anyway because some of them are so elderly. So you're putting them at risk either way. If you don't vaccinate them, putting them at risk. If you do vaccinate them, you could end up killing them because they're so old. So that's why we're not in a rush to reopen to the public. Cats don't care though, right? Cats don't care. Cats just want their keepers to show up with food and treats, and that's all that matters to them. I know. Looks like thank you, Willie, and thank you, Amanda, for the donation. I'm sorry if there was a third person that I missed. Look, got a mosquito on her nose. You're gonna have to get it. I certainly can't get it. This is a very rare moment. Usually he's running around or hiding in ferns. Right now it's just time to groom. There you go. Get that mosquito. Reposition my foot there. Yeah, cute boy. My goodness. My very goodness, sir. How do you get to be so cute? You guys believe that the facility he came from said he was super old and super mean and aggressive? I mean, while he's still a bobcat and I've heard him growl and I've seen his teeth and claws, for the most part, he is pretty chill. Chill, right? Such a good boy. That face and that tail is too much. It's too much. Too much. He's like, there, I was perfect angel. Do I get more food? All right, I think we're gonna go see what the rest of your neighbors are up to. Try to see some different cats besides bobcats. I don't see Gilligan on this side. I promised Beecher I would come back and talk to him once he ate breakfast, so I think we saw Gilligan this week, at least briefly. He's doing well. His tail area has healed quite nicely. Almost all the fur back. Almost like it didn't even happen. So the feeders are still feeding in this section, so I'm just going to try to be mindful of that. I don't want to distract anybody from eating. Oh, there's Mrs. running. Hi, Beach Boy. Hi, handsome. After breakfast snacks. Hi, buddy. This is Beecher. He's a Savannah cat. What's new? Anything? It's hard to talk when you got your mouth full of grass. purring. Sweet boy. What are you doing? Hi. Are you purring? Oh, I was like, don't you start pointing your butt at me too. They say that's a sign of affection and trust, but after a while it starts to feel like an insult. It's like, I came to talk to your sweet little face, and every cat starts showing me their butt. He is very distracted by his breakfast. Second breakfast. First breakfast was probably fish. And there's a carnivore kibble that we've been doing. Let's see. Like I said, I don't want to distract, especially for Loki. And Emma's over there with Loki. So let's go over to Tut, and then we'll try to circle back, because I see Tut standing in his lockout. Marie's already been over there like probably 3 times, and he's still insisting that he wants more, even though if you offer him more, he's probably not going to eat it. Looks like he's drinking some water, so that's good. Hi, Tut Tut. Hi, handsome. So Tut is also a Savannah cat, or possibly a jungle cat. He's definitely a hybrid. Look at that wet spot on your side. You've been doing some grooming. It's like, I'll lay here and wait for more service. Yep, you've been licking the side of your body. Right? You were so chatty earlier, now I'm back and you've got nothing to say. Nothing to say. He's got a mosquito bothering him too. Don't we all, buddy? It's rough this year. It's so rough this year. I'm so sorry. We've been spraying like crazy. Right, bud? Tut usually doesn't eat in his lockout, but he lays and sleeps in his lockout, which is ridiculous. Like, so a lockout, for anybody who doesn't know, there's a guillotine door on a rope to an extended box off the side of the cage. It's got a big slab for us to drop food in. It's got a elevated extended water bowl with a tile over it to keep debris from falling in. It has this thin layer of mesh around it to keep vultures and other birds from bothering the cats when they eat. If we need to close them in there to catch them, we can do so by closing that door. Every cat on property pretty much eats in a lockout, except for Tut, who gets it handed to him on a little paper plate. But it's a good napping spot, right? Very good napping spot. Oh, we have a bear. It's a running bear. Hi, bears. It's just a camera, sir. Nothing fun. Hi, handsome. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I know, cameras are no fun. You can't eat them. You can't eat the cameras. Running bear's in his early 20s. He's up there for one of the oldest cats on property. Amanda Tiger and Purrfection Ocelot have the #1 spot at this point. We'll go try to see where Purrfection is as well. because I showed you guys that the interns and volunteers worked really hard for about 2 weeks to raise the level of Purrfection's enclosure. And I know for Luana's birthday fundraiser, you guys have been donating towards the cost of that. It was several $1,000s to get this done, and then all of the manpower that went into it was unbelievable. So these whole 3 sections that you see here were raised a ton, especially if you compare it to, say, Tut's right here. Also, Victor went through and chopped down a ton of limbs so that it would actually allow for more sunlight, so that it would dry up faster. So lots of these, you can see all of the ones there by the cabana that were trimmed. And then in turn, that allowed grass to grow in Purrfection's enclosure for like the first time in forever. So let's go see if we can find Purrfection. Purrfection had been opened up to what was used to be Breezy's enclosure next door. And she really hated it at first, but then she had to live over here because of everyone being in the other side doing all of that work on her enclosure. And now you almost never see her in her original enclosure. She just stays over here. I think she really, really likes this particular den over here. We'll see if that's where she is again. She has this very cool concrete den that seems to be her spot. Yep, there she is. Hopefully you guys can see her. There's Miss Purrfection. 25 years old, or young if you ask Miss Purrfection. 25 years young. So if you guys have not donated towards Luana's birthday fundraiser, I believe it is still up. You guys can find that. I think it was pinned in the Facebook group that we have for Big Cat Rescue, as well as on our main page. So go get that goal met, because that is for our sweet Purrfection, and it is well worth it. Right? Even though you're not even using that cage anymore. She has found a new den that she really likes. Every cat that I've ever seen in this enclosure really likes this particular den, so. Right, Purrfection? Sweet lady. There is currently not anyone in Tom Tom's old enclosure. It's also not connected to any other enclosures. Breezy and Purrfection's enclosures were already naturally connected. All we had to do was open a safety door and lock it in place, and then boom, we had a whole extension of a cage. We didn't have to build any tunnels or anything like that. She's just living it up in there. I know, honey, it's definitely gonna rain again, so you are in the right spot. I see Servie out. Let's go see Servie Wervy. Getting grayer and grayer by the second. I saw on the app that pretty much within the hour we could be expecting rain, so that's why I tried to get started a little bit earlier today. Hi, Servie Wervies. Trying to think if there's any other updates for any cats that Carol didn't cover on Sunday or anything new. Hi, honey. Miss Servie, you're so beautiful. Look at that beautiful old Serval. Servie's about 21 years old. If you're new to us and you've never read any of the background stories on these cats, you can find that on our website, bigcatrescue.org/cat-bio. That's where you're going to learn their birth dates and ages, when they were rescued. Also going to see any kind of information that we've logged along the way. Unfortunately though, some of those pages are really outdated. Some are really updated and some are not. So the other way you can learn about these cats is just Googling them, Big Cat Rescue Servie Serval, and you'll find her bio page. You'll also find any kind of YouTube video that she was ever featured in, whether that's at bigcattv.com or dailybigcat.com. There's really no shortage of ways for you to learn about the cats on your own. You can also sponsor them. You can do that at bigcatrescue.biz. My new personal goal is that every single cat has at least 25 different individuals that sponsor them. And I think there's about 10 of them that are under that at the moment. That might have already changed this month, but you guys are absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for caring about these cats. There she goes. Let's see, what small cat haven't we really seen recently? And recently I mean like within the last week to 2 weeks, because there's about 50 cats. I try to go live. Lately it's been 3 to 4 times a week because things have been so busy. I know, it's all so busy. Just like you, you're being very busy. I'm proud of you. Getting some exercise before it rains all day. Good girl. Really, really appreciate everybody who's donating and helping each other out. I think it was early last week, I think I showed like Lovey, Sue, Lakota, Kewlona, Dryden. And I can't go in with Mouser. Mouser is in an indoor building, so unfortunately he is not one that I can show you, but I know he's doing great, so nothing to report there. Uh-oh, I think it's starting to rain. It is. Well, I'm glad I got to show you as many cats as I did. There's Miss Lovey now. It's raining, loves. So if you joined in late, I gave a full update on Summer, the rehab Bobcat, along with several other rehab updates. That's the perfect spot to be if it's gonna start raining. This is Lovey Bobcat, definitely one of the shyest, most elusive, but if you've got treats on a stick, she is the cutest. She also really loves enrichment. She just won't let you watch it. Here she goes. So if you came in late and missed any of this, now that it's raining and it feels like it's getting gradually heavier, you guys can rewatch at dailybigcat.com. I've got to walk all the way back to my cart anyway, so I'm just gonna see who we see along the way. Looks like a Dryden. And again, make sure you go help Luana reach her fundraising goal to help Purrfection. There's a Dryden. And then in August, I'll be doing my birthday fundraiser. I've just got to fine-tune the details. The keepers and staff members just really are completely honored that you guys want to help us achieve birthday goals. Hi, sir. Why are you so handsome? You and Frankie. Swoon. Swoon. Oh, I see a Kewlona. I don't know. She's on top of her den all the way in the back. Hi, Q. Hi, sweet girl. All right, since I'm about to end this, I'm gonna try to zoom in. Hopefully you guys can see her. A rare moment with Kewlona. Well, thank you very much again for all your donations. Weather permitting, I'm gonna try to show you every single tiger at Big Cat Rescue tomorrow for International Tiger Day. And don't forget, if you haven't already purchased your International Tiger Day merchandise, that's going to be available for about a week after tomorrow. So if you haven't ordered it, make sure you do that at bigcatrescue.biz. All right, take care everybody. Thank you.